Have you ever felt stuck in life wondering why your good habits do unstick and your bad habits do? Well, M. Scott Peck argues that all it takes to finally break free and create the life you want is to choose the hard path. Embrace responsibility and take one small step at a time. In this video, we'll explore what he means by the road less traveled, how discipline and love pave the way to success, and how you can get started today. So buckle up and let's dive in. In this video, we'll cover 3 main ideas of Scott Peck's book, The Road Less Traveled, and how they can help you make lasting change in your life. But before we get into that, I have a question for you. Are you tired of starting over every Monday, setting intentions only to forget about them by Tuesday? If so, I know you're not alone. I used to feel the same way. That's why I created a free guide called How to Stick to Your Goals. It's based on my research as a cognitive neuroscientist, and it will teach you how to design your environment and use tiny habits to stay motivated even when you do and feel like it. Now let's get back to the video. The first part of Peck's book sets the stage for the entire journey. He introduces us to the main characters, including the narrator who's going through a messy divorce and seeking therapy from Dr. Peck himself. Right away, we learn about the central metaphor of the book, the road less traveled. This refers to the path of self-discovery and growth that leads to personal fulfillment and happiness. However, Peck warns that this road is not easy. It's filled with challenges, detours, and even dead ends. Along the way, we meet other patients of Dr. Peck's, each facing their own struggles and seeking their own paths to healing and wholeness. There's Claire, a young woman dealing with grief and loss. Michael, a man struggling with addiction and loneliness. And David, a father trying to connect with his estranged son. Each person represents a different aspect of the human experience, and the choices they make along their journeys offer valuable lessons for us all. As we follow these characters and their stories, Peck shares his wisdom and insights on various topics such as love, happiness, discipline, responsibility, and forgiveness. He challenges conventional beliefs and encourages us to look beyond surface-level solutions. For example, he suggests that happiness is not something that happens to us, but rather something we create through our actions and mindset. Similarly, he proposes that love requires active care and attention, not just fleeting feelings of affection. Throughout the first part of the book, we see the characters grappling with these concepts and applying them to their own lives. They face setbacks and learn from them, grow and change, and ultimately find their own paths to personal growth and transformation. One of the most compelling aspects of The Road Less Traveled is Peck's willingness to tackle difficult and controversial subjects head-on. He doesn't shy away from discussing uncomfortable truths and encourages his patients and readers to do the same. He challenges us to confront our deepest fears, flaws, and prejudices, and to examine them honestly and openly. This approach can be challenging at times, but it's also what makes the book so powerful. By confronting our inner demons and accepting our imperfections, we can learn to love ourselves and others more fully. We can also find meaning and purpose in our suffering and use it as a catalyst for growth and change. Overall, the first part of The Road Less Traveled sets the stage for an epic journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. We reintroduce to a diverse cast of characters who will guide us along the way and learn from their experiences. We're challenged to confront uncomfortable truths and embrace the messiness of life with honesty and courage. And we re-offered a glimpse of the rewards that await us if we choose to walk this path. Let's move on to the second part of the video. Part 2 is where the real adventure begins. The characters are now on their journeys and facing various challenges and temptations along the road less traveled. We see them make decisions that test their limits and force them to confront their deepest fears and insecurities. Through their experiences, we learn more about the qualities needed to navigate this road successfully. Discipline, patience, courage, acceptance, love, and forgiveness. One particularly memorable moment occurs when Michael, the character struggling with addiction, has a relapse and faces the consequences of his actions. This experience shakes him to his core, and he realizes the importance of seeking help and support in his recovery. Meanwhile, Claire, the young woman dealing with grief and loss, learns to accept the reality of her situation and find meaning in the midst of her pain. She discovers that true strength comes not from denying our emotions, but from acknowledging and embracing them. As the journey continues, we see the characters forming deep connections with each other and finding solace in their shared struggles and triumphs. We also witness acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity that remind us of the power of love and connection in overcoming adversity. Peck weaves these character journeys with insightful commentary on various topics such as personal responsibility, the nature of suffering, and the importance of spiritual growth. He challenges readers to look beyond societal norms and expectations and to embrace their authentic selves. He encourages us to take responsibility for our actions and decisions and to recognize that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from internal self-awareness and acceptance. Overall, Part 2 of The Road Less Traveled is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of love, acceptance, and forgiveness. It's a reminder that even in the darkest moments, hope and healing are possible. So remember, the road less traveled may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. Now let's move on to the third and final part of our video. In Part 3, the climax of the journey unfolds as the characters reach new levels of self-awareness and personal growth. They learned to integrate their pain and suffering into their lives and transformed it into a source of strength and wisdom. The concept of the mandala serves as a guiding metaphor for this transformative process. Just as a mandala represents wholeness, balance, and harmony, the characters strive to achieve a sense of inner peace and integration by embracing all aspects of themselves, including their shadow selves. Along the way, they learn to forgive themselves and others for past mistakes and hurts, and to release any resentment or bitterness they may have been holding on to. They realize that forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior, but about freeing themselves from the burden of anger and pain. Another key theme in Part 3 is the importance of accepting life on life's terms. The characters learn to surrender to the natural order of things and to embrace the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things. They understand that life is full of ups and downs, and that suffering is an inevitable part of the human experience. Instead of resisting these realities, they choose to accept them and find meaning and purpose within them. Through their journeys, Peck explores the nature of enlightenment and the possibility of achieving a state of oneness with the universe. He suggests that true enlightenment is not a distant mystical experience, but a way of being that can be cultivated in everyday life through practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and service to others. Ultimately, Part 3 of The Road Less Traveled is a celebration of the human spirit's capacity for growth, transformation, and healing. It's a reminder that even in the midst of suffering and adversity, there is always hope for renewal and wholeness. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button to join our community of learners. And don't forget to smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.